Welcome. At Janai Kitchen, we aim to demystify AI and bridge the gap between the technology and business users and show you the art of possible with AI. Today, we're going to cover what modalities mean in context with Gen AI. Before diving deep into the modalities, let's understand the evolution. Traditional software, rule based systems with fixed instructions, AI, which mimics human intelligence, ML, a subset of AI, learns from patterns in the data. Deep learning, a subset of ML, uses neural networks to find deeper patterns within the data. Discriminative MLs are a class of models which map inputs to specific labels, while generative AI is the one which creates new content based on learned patterns using models like transformers. Transformer is a powerful algorithm which learns patterns from your data. It contains two parts: the encoder, which is the Sherlock Holmes of this architecture. When given any data, whether it's a paragraph, text, an image, or sound, Sherlock analyzes the entire input at once, figuring out all the important details and patterns. Then comes decoder, who is like Watson. Once Sherlock has made sense of the data, Watson uses that understanding to generate something new, whether it's predicting what comes next, or creating a translation, or generating a new image, or even completing a musical piece. In a way, encoder focuses on understanding the input data, while the decoder generates something useful based on the understanding, no matter the type of the data. Depending on the generative tasks at hand, curated datasets from various modalities such as text, images, audio, or video are carefully compiled to help AI develop a rich and nuanced understanding of the world. These datasets are used to train models with either encoders or decoders or a combination of both, depending on the specific architecture. This training process, along with the sophisticated algorithms, equips AI with its superpowers, enabling it to comprehend and generate content across multiple forms of media. The beauty of generative AI lies in the fact that it doesn't have to start from the scratch, but by standing on the shoulders of giants. Models that have already been trained on massive datasets using transformer-based neural networks. These are called foundation models or pre-trained models. These pre-trained models, along with any models trained from scratch or fine-tuned models, take in a prompt as an input. A prompt is an input or a query provided to the generative model, like a text or instruction that guides the model to produce a relevant output or a response. Based on the data the model is trained on, the architecture used, and the task it is designed for, both the prompts and outputs can vary across different modalities such as text, images, audio, or video, allowing the model to handle a wide range of input output combinations. If your generative model takes text as an input, performs tasks to produce text as an output, they are known as large language models or LLMs for short. Some of the pre-trained models in this space are GPT-3 from OpenAI or T5 from Google. Now let's see one demo in action. ChatGPT, which most of us are familiar with, is a generative AI model which performs a variety of language tasks like question answering, summarizing, or generate completely new content. You can ask questions like, who is King Arthur? And it answers these questions from its pre-trained information, letting you know that he's a figure from British folklore. You can probably convert this knowledge into a blog, and it can help you convert all of this knowledge into a blog where you can publish. This is how ChatGPT differs from your Google, where it not only collates information across different sites, where in Google you would have to go follow each link to help collate and summarize. And this ChatGPT helps you collating and summarizing in one go. It's not just about searching your content or collating your content. You can perform a variety of tasks like summarize the above in 1 to 2 lines and show me the content as probably bullets. So you can even direct of how that content is shown to you. There you go. So ChatGPT is not just about getting access to pre-trained knowledge. You can generate completely new content on the fly. For an example, you can ask ChatGPT to probably create a song on King Arthur, and it would create a song for you with verses, chorus, and all. Now let's take this a step further. Say you have a healthcare use case where you are given the patient information in form of a structured data, and I'm using Gemma 7b, it another large language model as the generative AI model, and you can probably extract information, say for example patient ID 5. You can have an application which has access to that patient information. In this case, it's just a bunch of data points. This is a Parkinson's data set, which is a bunch of data points, and which makes no sense to me, but as a pre-trained model which has seen a lot of similar kind of information, we can provide this data as an input with some kind of instructions wrapped around it, saying that, hey, take this information of this patient and summarize the patient history for me. This is a language task where, from its pre-trained information, again, this is not a medical LLM, but it could use the pre-trained information, and based on the instructions I have enveloped it from, it could give me a patient history and provide me the categories in terms of demographics, diagnosis, key events, disease progression, and so on and so forth. So this is to show you the power of large language models. Now let's move on to another class of models. If your generative model takes text or image as an input and produces image as an output, they are known as image models. Some of the common pre-trained models in this space are Stable Diffusion, Midjourney, Imagen from Google. Let's see one in action. Google provides AI Text Kitchen as an open source web applications to test one of its image models. You can create a prompt on the fly, or you can get your own personalized prompt. In this case, we are asking it to create a detailed photograph of a broken pocket watch, steampunk style, exposed intricate gears, vintage gold, and patina soft lighting. So as you see, the more details you provide, the more true to the prompt your picture generated would be, and which is pretty amazing to my eye. Let's move on to another class of models now, which would be the auditory model. So if you provide your generative model with text or audio as an input and perform tasks which generates audio or songs or music as an output, they are known as audio models. Some of the common models in this space are WaveNet, Jukebox, Tokatron 2, Audio LM, Valley, etc. Again, going back to the same AI kitchen, text kitchen, which has music as one of its options to test. Let's again try this feeling lucky prompt, where it's asking to generate music which is fast, conga drums with. That's very close to what we are asking. Try a little bit more adventurous and take that verse we have earlier created for King Arthur and go to a AI product which is available to you, and stick these verses in this tool called suno.ai and let it know the style of the music you want. Say, I want this style to be fast, foot tapping, folk style. And enter a title which is King Arthur and say create. It not only creates the music for you, it can take in the lyrics and create a completely different song for you. Let's go to that.
rivers meet the sea, a boy arose from shadow.
As you see, I have no knowledge of music, but I was able to take a verse which was created by the ChatGPT, stick it in an AI tool which is geared or more pre-trained to produce music or a song, which has a complete orchestra and a singer who was singing these verses based on the style I was asking it to. I can change the style of the song and it would output the style of the song for me. As you see, the power of these generative models are endless. Now let's move on to another class of models. In this case, we can provide the models with the text, image, or a video, and it can generate tasks based on the task you have instructed the model to do, it can generate video as an output. And these class of models are called video models, and some of the pre-trained models in this space are Make a Video by Meta, Finaki, First Order, Motion models, and so on. Again, we can use the AI test kitchen. There are a lot of AI products which are available fine-tuned in this space. I don't think AI Text Kitchen gives you an opportunity to train or test this feature, but it gives you an inventory of videos which are generated using prompts like a turtle swims through a colorful coral reef, filtered sunlight flickers in the water. So this is the prompt which they have used to generate this video, which feels very true to the prompt. Moving on to the most interesting one in this space. If your generative model has the ability to take text or image, videos, audio, or music as an input, perform variety of tasks based on your instructions, and generate text or image or video or audio or songs as an output, they are known as multimodal. They have no restriction on the modality it receives or the modality it outputs. Again, multimodal doesn't mean that it has to accept every modality which exists and generate every modality. There are models in this space like, say, ChatGPT, where I have taken this verse earlier. Remember, we have produced the verse and we moved on to say that now create an image for King Arthur, and it provided a very likelihood image of the King Arthur based on probably the verses it has created. This ChatGPT, which is the version 4.0, can take text and image as an input and also produce image as an output, but it doesn't have the capability of video set. Now let me demonstrate one more use case to showcase the power of these multi-models, where they not only just generate an output, but have the ability to read diverse media as well. The next use case would be to take a typical construction blueprint. In this case, this is a house blueprint, and use this blueprint to read the dimensions of all the areas of the blueprint. In a construction use cases, generally you are given a blueprint from which you need to create takeoffs and provide estimates. This is a good way to leverage Gen AI to have the ability to extract structured information out of your unstructured data. Now that we have seen that quick demo, let's also explore some of the different pre-trained models in this space. We have seen the GPT-4 in action. The other pre-trained models are Gemini, Clip, Gato, or Cosmos. So where do we go from here? If you're a developer, please continue on your learning journey with us. And if you're a business user, take this information and see where it fits within your organization. Is it to automate, or is it to create more business value and create larger impact within your organization? In any case, stay curious and stay tuned for more real-world applications in AI space. Thank you.